is as much is as important as its physicality, if not more, actually, because you don't get the humor by watching just the costume.
Batman is a mystery, and like I said, he is God. He's a human, and he's also a angel.
Joe Jill. तुम वही कायर हो जिसने मार्था और थॉमस वेन का खून किया था.
That was a lifetime ago.
मेरी उम्र. तुमने कुछ नहीं सोचा, बस बेरहमी से उन्हें मार डाला. Jill.
How do you know this? How could you possibly?
Hola, bienvenidos a todos, ya estamos en vivo, vamos a transmitir lo que es el Snyder Cut, el tráiler, a ver si les gusta. Vamos a estar en vivo, estamos esperando eso. Les dejamos con un poco de lo que es el panel de Batman y todas las escenas.
The way Christopher Nolan wrote his movies, design a Batman much more real and much more complex, and he show all the complexity of the character.
The character of Christian Bale was struggling to become this guy, and this guy in the movie.
Ele é bom ator, um excelente ator, né? Ele se dedica muito aos personagens que ele faz. Eu acho que é isso que marca, né? Eu acho que é o estilo único que é dele, né? E eu também sempre busquei o meu estilo na dublagem, né?
Un icono, ¿cómo habla? No habla como un ser humano. Entonces, la voz que creo y la voz que han aplicado los demás Batman, aparte de trabajarla yo desde el pecho y desde la garganta.
Keaton le dio una cualidad a la voz que fue, pero esta cosa de hacerlo diferente, ¿no? Para que no le reconocieran la voz ni siquiera a Bruce Wayne. Y el Batman de Affleck, lo que sucede es que tiene una cosa tecnológica, es un aparato que le cambia la voz para que no lo reconozcan. Entonces, lo que hice con eso fue bajar mi voz a todos los graves, los más graves posibles.
Next time they shine your light in the sky, don't go to it. The bat is dead. Bury it. Consider this mercy.
Bibi. Marahum Bedai.
Bueno, parece que ahora nos están dando, hola, un saludo a todos los que están en vivo, gracias por acompañarnos en esta transmisión. Nos están dando un repaso quizás a lo que fue Man of Steel, Batman v Superman, y parece que se va a poner bueno esto. Así que un saludo a todos los que se van a conectar, gracias por estar acá esperando el tráiler de la verdadera Justice League.
Fíjate si sería fan de los cómics, que yo con mis primeros sueldos de actor de doblaje, lo primero que hacía antes de llegar a casa era parar en un kiosco o en una tienda y comprar un cómic de Batman. Entonces para mí fue como, era el héroe de mi infancia, ¿no? Hay una cosa con la que yo conecté con Bruce Wayne, con Batman, que era su deseo de justicia. Es inherente al ser humano el deseo de justicia, ¿no? De luchar a favor del oprimido o de impartir justicia y de que las cosas se hagan bien, ¿no? De que los malos no se salgan siempre con la suya. Nosotros en el doblaje, para cada uno de los Batman, de Christian Bale, Ben Affleck, Will Arnett, todos los demás, lo que hacemos es meternos en el original. Ben Affleck es otra forma de hacer Batman, es un enorme que transmite otro tipo de sensaciones diferentes a la que transmite Christian Bale, que hizo una creación, desde luego, icónica, ¿no? Para el mundo del cine. Entonces, el modo de diferenciarlo es ser muy fiel al actor original, pero recuerdo ir al cine temblando como un niño. Fui yo solo, era como, necesito vivirlo, necesito meterme en la película, necesito supervisar cada detalle, pero yo soy muy perfeccionista.
Doppiare per un videogioco o doppiare un attore o comunque un cartone animato è molto diverso.
Le jeu vidéo, il y a beaucoup plus de travail à fournir, beaucoup plus de...
Lavoriamo sulla forma d'onda, per cui a quel punto ci dobbiamo assolutamente fidare della voce originale, in questo caso americana, e riprodurre esattamente quello che l'attore americano.
When I heard the voice of Kevin Conroy, it's the moment when you are in the studio and the first time you hear the voice, you see the character, something happens inside your body.
Superman ist hinter Gittern. Letztendlich führen ihn seine guten Absichten auf einen Pfad der Tyrannei und des Bösen. Und so wurde unser größter Held plötzlich unsere größte Bedrohung.
Ça demande beaucoup d'énergie, le jeu vidéo, parce que c'est très très longue journée. On est tout seul dans une petite cabine avec nos casques. On entend sa propre voix toute la journée.
You don't have the nuances that you have in a living character, because the animation is always very kind of straight. There is no hesitation. It's jumping much more in your face. It's much more fun to do animations because you go to the extreme.
Do you want to talk about how you're feeling right now?
J'ai rien à dire sur les émotions, Alfred. Je n'en ai pas et je n'en ai jamais eu de ma vie.
Justiciero de la noche que lucha contra il crimen y una máquina de rapear heavy metal.
Io non provo nessuna emozione a parte la rabbia. H24, 12 mesi all'anno, a 1.000.000%.
And if you think that there's something behind that, then you're crazy. Good night, Alfred.
Sir, it's morning.
The Lego movie was one of the funniest experience of all my career. I never had so much fun in my life.
The screenplay and Will Arnett's talents brought back the humor that was present in the original TV series. That sort of tongue-in-cheek humor, lots of puns, lots of jokes.
This is really uncomfortable.
Sorry, my shoes are part of my pants.
La experiencia de doblar al Batman de Nolan, al Batman de Gran Aventura Lego 1 y 2, es muy diferente, pero la verdad la 1 y 2 es muy divertida. Entonces es como jugarlo más, tienes que sentirte un poco más libre, ¿no? De hacer tú también tu creación, sobre todo para el humor latino.
Primero, el trabajo que hizo Will Arnett es espectacular. Hacer siempre un Batman serio y poder hacer a un Batman que se ríe de Batman, que se ríe de sus miedos, de sus inseguridades, que se vuelve hasta un poco patoso, que no sabe cómo relacionarse con los demás.
Who are you here to see?
I'm here to see your butt.
Is that last name Bud, first name yours? Oh my gosh!
Y los Lego Batman fue como, vamos a reírnos, vamos a divertirnos. Fue eso, poder reírte hasta de ti mismo, ¿no? Fue liberador.
Aver contribuito alla Batman Legacy mi riempie di gioia e mi riempie di orgoglio.
Il y a quelque chose de l'enfance là-dedans, quoi. De dire, je suis pris pour faire Batman.
Batman was like going full circle from my childhood to my adult life.
Por ahora nos están dando un contexto de todo lo que precede a los dobladores de los personajes de los Batmans, de todos los idiomas básicamente. Así que está muy interesante. Gracias a toda la gente por estar. Un saludo al Hoyito del Diablo. Gracias por estar con nosotros. Vamos a tratar de hacerlo lo más ameno posible y disfruten de este momento mientras sale.
Y de DCFANDOME el día de hoy, yo creo que vamos a estar muy emocionados todos viendo a mis compañeros actores, viendo a todos.
What Warner Brothers is doing now, like getting us into the limelight, where people come to know this is the voice of Batman from India, from different countries. This is the appreciation coming back to us. So I feel great.
Uma coisa que marca, você não deixa de ter dublado o personagem, né? As pessoas vão sempre lembrar de você como o Batman.
As an actor, I'm so grateful to have been in this adventure.
De fondo estamos escuchando la música de lo que es de Hans Zimmer y Yankee XL, el creador de la banda sonora de Man of Steel, Batman v Superman. Está muy, pero muy bueno este panel. Gracias a toda la gente por estar con nosotros. Perfecto, se ve alucinante. Ahora sí.
Hey, that wasn't bad. With a little audio mixing and some luck, maybe they'll cast me as the Italian Robert Pattinson in the next film. What do you think?
No sé si nos pueden decir a la gente que está con nosotros cómo está saliendo el audio y el video, por favor. Gracias por estar con nosotros acá. Gracias.
Hi everyone, the Brazilians are back in the house, and let me just say that you guys, I mean, the best, are the best. I love everything and incredible stuff. I can't wait to see more from these super talented fans.
Well, me too, Aline. Now, speaking of DC's fans, since 2017, you have been demanding the release of Zack Snyder's version of Justice League, of course. Your friends at HBO Max heard you and look for it in 2021.
I know, but I know. That probably feels like a long way off. So, right now, we're gonna check out this very exciting panel featuring Zack Snyder and some special guests, as well as some of the fans who helped bring this DC dream.
Bueno, señores, está comenzando el panel de Zack Snyder. Vemos un poco del making of, lo que nunca se nos mostró, cómo se hizo la verdadera Justice League, que fue arruinada por Joss Whedon realmente. Es increíble cómo arruinaron esta grandiosa película.
Awesome. Well, thanks, guys. It's awesome.
Señores, Zack Snyder con nosotros. Esto es increíble cómo nos presenta. Perfecto. Escuchemos todos. Está subtitulado.
Bringing some of these beloved DC titles to the big screen, and the Justice League really is, for me, and in this format, an amazing crown jewel. As a community, you were able to make this thing happen, and we really appreciate it. We're going to shake it up a little bit for this panel, and I'm going to have some fans ask me questions. I'm going to ask some people questions. We're going to have special guests, so let's get to it. We have some questions from fans read to us by some of the amazing cast of Justice League. Looks like next we have Batman, my Batman. Go ahead, man. What do you got?
Señores, Ben Affleck con nosotros. Ben Affleck, vamos Batfleck.
Justice League on HBO Max next year.
Well, thank you, Ben. I'm excited for everyone to see the film as well. It's cool. What question do you have?
Patrick Mendoza wants to know, who is your favorite superhero of all time? You know the answer to that, but go ahead and answer anyway.
I guess my favorite hero of all time, other than Batman, would have to be, sort of staying in the DC world as I do. It's got to be Dr. Manhattan from Watchmen, I think. I don't know, for me, he's like this super cool quantum superhero whose time, space, reality, all those things are at his fingertips. So, yeah, it's got to be Dr. Manhattan. That was awesome, Ben. Thank you so much. That was cool, and appreciate you stopping by. I think next, is it Superman?
Hello, everybody. My name is Henry Cavill, and I promise you that I am not in prison. This is just my place of work. I hope you're enjoying DC Fandome, and I have a fan question for Zack Snyder from Swapnil. As a storyteller, what is the dynamic between the Justice League that is important for you to present on the screen? Zack, over to you.
It's a great question, and thank you so much. I think the important thing for me to see as the Justice League comes together is this idea that like a lot of them basically are loners, right? You have Batman, who lives in a cave. His only buddy is Alfred, really. You got Wonder Woman, who after Steve's demise, she's been kind of keeping quiet.
No está hablando de lo solitario que fue Batman, Wonder Woman. Empezaron a reclutar que su único amigo de Batman fue Alfred.
In a lot of ways, he's not really happy about what's happened to him, this transformation. He's coming to terms with it. And then you have Aquaman, who also is this loner. And sort of thematically, them coming together and forming a family and finding in each other support. I think that's really what, in the end, drove me to want to see this happen or see them come together. And I think that when you take all these different personalities and bring them together into a single cohesive group, it's a fun and awesome dynamic, but also there's a why of doing it. All right, let's see. Who do we have next? Is it Cyborg?
Hey, Zach. What up, man?
Parece que sí, ese fue el motivo tal vez por el que decidió volver, pero es increíble lo que nos está presentando.
The first question is coming from Eddie Gordon from the United States, and that question is, which character are you most excited to fully flesh out in your cut of Justice League?
Interesting that you should ask me that, because of course it's Cyborg. Cyborg is the heart of the movie. Cyborg is the thing that I think in the end holds the team together in a lot of ways, and excited to see, or for fans to see, just how that is realized on camera.
And the second question is coming in from Irfan Kam from the United Kingdom, and their question is, when you started writing Justice League, what thematic ideas were you most excited to tackle? Additionally, how much of a challenge was it to keep the tone mythological? I want to know too, so make sure you get up on those.
It's a great question. When Chris and I were talking about this movie, I think we're big fans of sort of the Joseph Campbellian,
Básicamente le preguntaron cuáles fueron qué emociones trató de meter a la película al momento de escribir el guión de la verdadera Justice League.
Joining together in an epic adventure, and this is the call to action film that brings them as a story that brings them all together. And I think
cuando presente el tráiler lo voy a poner en pantalla grande, compartida, perfecto, para que no salte el copyright, por favor. Por mientras, así nomás veámoslo en pantalla compartida. Gracias.
Cyborg, and then Superman, you're really talking about a mythological group, Okay, this is fun. Let's keep them coming. Who else? I think next is the Flash himself.
Mr. Maestro Zack Snyder. I mean, what other questions can we ask? I think we'd all like to know if we'll see more of the handsome and talented Ezra Miller in your cut.
I like the question, Ezra. No agenda at all. Very good. Of course, you're going to see tons more of the Flash. I have a huge love for the Flash and for Ezra Miller, as you know, especially when you call me at the last second and make me come work on your music videos in the desert. That's really kind of you. So, but yes, of course, Ezra. I think people are going to see a lot more of the Flash, and they're going to get to see a little bit more of his emotional arc. And I hope they enjoy it, because I enjoy seeing you, especially in this format. Okay, looks like we've got, we've got something from Wonder Woman herself, Gal Gadot.
Zach, when you cast me in the role of Wonder Woman,
La preciosa Gal Gadot con nosotros, señores. Gracias por estar todos con nosotros. Gracias.
This character, mostly because I've got to meet so many incredible fans around the world who love her like we do. Fans who I hope are all sharing this experience today, because it's all happening because of you. So to all the fans who asked for this cut, you obviously have your own superpowers, because just like the members of Justice League, you are stronger together, and you made this possible. So thank you. I love you.
Thanks, Gal. I can't wait for fans to see you in Wonder Woman 84, which is an amazing movie, and you are amazing in it. And Patty, of course, did an amazing job. So you guys are an awesome team, and people's minds are going to be blown when they see that. So thanks again. That was great. All right, let's see. Who do we have next?
Hi, Zach, and everybody in the Justice League crew. I have a question. So as somebody who is so very excited to get to see your vision of Justice League and that you're finally getting this chance to really show us the film that was always intended and one that we're all so super excited to see, I wanted to know, probably what everybody wants to know is, can you hint something that the world has never seen, that you have been so excited to let us all get a glimpse
Ya
at?
vimos más adelante lo que nos presentó Patty Jenkins con el tráiler de Wonder Woman 87. El tráiler final fue realmente espectacular. Vimos a Cheetah, excelente. Realmente estaba muy bien.
Because, you know, he's a quantum character. He interacts with time and space. So you might see him do something that is timely. But awesome, Patty. Awesome question. And it's awesome to see you. All right, let's move along, shall we? And I think I want to ask some questions. So let's get some people on the line if we can.
A ver, el Hoyito del Diablo nos dice saludos. Todo está saliendo, súper amigos. Gracias por estar con nosotros.
She is dear to our hearts. She was one of the founding members of the Snyder Cut movement.
Lucífago Rocafale nos dice, el audio y video están buenos, gracias. Lucífago nos dice, al parecer le gustó el guión de Flash y eso determinó la salida del retiro y volver a las tablas. Perfecto. ¿Qué más? A ver. El Hoyito del Diablo nos dice, ya se viene, señores, sí, ya estamos cerca casi. Lucífago nos dice, confirmado 2 Batman, puede ser. El Hoyito del Diablo nos dice, qué emoción ver a todos los actores participando de esto. Realmente sí, es emocionante. Ahora está hablando, creo, Fiona Shen, que es una de las grandes que empezó esto del movimiento de release de Snyder Cut por Twitter. Los que estábamos siguiendo desde 2017 con toda esta batalla, vemos nuestros frutos acá. Fue realmente una pelea muy dura, muy jodida lo que vivimos, así que disfrutemos de esto.
Then I think it's not enough. So I created a website called forsnydercut.com that allowed us to start doing some online and real-world events, such as Twitter trends, raising money for AFSP, letter writing, and phone calls to Warner Brothers. Now, here we
are. Awesome. Wow. And look what happened. You guys did it. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, I can't believe it.
So did you really think it was going to happen, though, when we really started when it got closer?
It all started with hope and dream. So many movements, I think, never go beyond that. To actually achieve a dream, you need organization and selflessness. Then we have a team who put a billboard in Times Square.
Yeah, it's amazing.
I think you remember that.
Yeah. Fantastic.
When you see all these people, when you fight alongside such talent and generous people, you know it's not possible. It's a certainty.
Yeah.
Even we had many obstacles, but we know we will win this.
Yeah, I always thought it was funny that like the scale started to get bigger and bigger, and we would notice like, oh my gosh.
Bueno, ella es, para los que no la conocen, ella es Fiona Schenck, la que está hablando. Es la que creó una página llamada Snyder, por Snyder Cut, mejor dicho. Fue una de las pioneras en poner el release de Snyder Cut en Twitter. Fue una de las que batalló, fue una de las que recibió paliza, haters increíble por parte de todos esos que aman Marvel y que odian el trabajo que hizo Zack Snyder, el maravilloso trabajo que hizo Zack Snyder, comenzando desde El Amanecer de los Muertos, Watchmen, 300, Sucker Punch, Man of Steel, Gahul, Batman v Superman, que es prácticamente ver cómics en la pantalla grande. Sigamos escuchando.
Power from you art. You empowered us.
Well, that's amazing and kind. And well, it's amazing to see you, and thank you so much for connecting with us. I can't wait to come to China.
Please come to China. I want to be your guide. So see you.
Yep, see you soon. Thank you, Fiona.
Yeah.
Okay, we have another call from Dexter. another amazing friend and another amazing fan who also was super important in the creation and cultivation of this movement. He's been around for a long time and really making this happen. So let's talk to Dexter. Dexter.
Hi. How are you, my friend?
Awesome. I'm glad you came. It's great to see you.
Thank you. Great to see you as well.
So I got you on the spot because I want to ask you a couple questions. So I guess the first question is, what are your initial thoughts? And where were you when you first heard about the Snyder Cut movement, or how did it come on your radar?
Yeah, well, it was very early on. I'll tell you, right after the viewing of the theatrical edition, I went to the internet and I felt that I couldn't be the only one that felt a certain way. So after maybe a few weekends, I had a few chats with a few people, and it kind of fell into my lap, and I said, this is something that I can really get behind. And I did what I could in order to try to help, and here I am, multiple years later.
Bueno,
still trying to be
los subtítulos de la página están desfasados. A ver, creo que se ha colgado. Mil disculpas. Voy a volver a reiniciarlo. Mil disculpas, se nos fue la señal. Maldita sea, no puede ser justo en este momento. Qué desgracia, gente, pero ya ni modo, vamos a tratar de tratar de reiniciar todo como debe ser para poder reiniciar la señal o refrescar la página mientras termina de hablar con ese fan que estaba comentando cosas sobre el movimiento del Snyder Cut. Pero ya ni modo, ¿qué le vamos a hacer hasta que cargue la página otra vez? Por mientras vamos a poner solo a FreaksHouse hasta que cargue la página. Voy a tratar de ingresar otro link, esperemos que nos dé. Esperemos que no se cuelgue, que no se vaya a pasar nada. Que volvamos, vamos a entrar. Un saludo a todos, gracias por estar con nosotros presentes. Qué desgracia, se colgó la señal, se fue. Ahorita estoy en la página de DCFANDOME tratando de ingresar, pero no quiere. Ahorita estamos en el Hall of Heroes, en la página, pero no da. Qué desgracia. No sé si tienen alguna pregunta, amigos, para poder charlar, poder estar con ustedes. A ver si podemos hacer algo con la página para ver si podemos ingresar, pero ni modo, qué macana. Bueno, gente, mil disculpas, no voy a poder, creo. Voy a tener que colgarme de una página de YouTube para ver. Sigue hablando Zack Snyder con ese fan. Voy a tratar de reactivar la señal, a ver si me lo permite, si no me lo permite. Vamos, espero llegar al tráiler. Por lo menos eso, para poder estar con todos ustedes compartiendo esta gran emoción, este gran evento que nos llega desde la DC Fandome. Qué macana, che. Debe ser la cúspide del evento, por eso tal vez está colapsando y no quiere ingresar, maldita sea. Esperamos, seamos pacientes, amigos, por favor. Mil disculpas por
Is it Cyborg?
Hey, Zach, what up, man? Snyder Cut getting.
You were amazing in it. And Patty, of course, did an amazing job. So you guys are an awesome team. And people's minds are going to be blown when they see that. So thanks again. That was great. All right, let's see. Who do we have next?
Hi, Zach, and everybody in the Justice League crew. I have a question. So as somebody who is so very excited to
parts of the film were not consistent with I want to fight for you and your work. But at time
it kind of fell into my lap, and I said, this is something that I can really get behind. And I did what I could in order to try to help. And here I am, multiple years later, still trying to be at the forefront of this whole thing to help you guys out. And thankfully, it's been a positive turn of events.
Yeah.
Con diferentes países y...
Sí, al principio lo hemos comentado eso, que era muy parecido.
Like that's when I was on set shooting, and here we are in 2021, and well, coming up to, and that's when the movie's going to come out, and seems impossible.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So to that, when you started in this movement, did you think there was a chance that it would actually, that they would do this?
That's a really great question. Early on, I had high hopes about it. And I think it was just because of my ignorance on how the industry worked. Toward, a quarter into it, I kind of said, well, we're not really speaking their language. How can we get them to want to do this for us? I think that's the key, and what made it really happen is just the fact that they wanted to stand behind.
Así pasó. Oh, qué huevada.
The artistry of it all, the artists, and the integrity of it. And here we are.
I always felt like when I was sort of observing this movement, in a lot of ways, for fans, the way the comic book calendar is set up, it'd be like, oh, the anniversary of the release, or a Comic-Con, or Brazil Comic-Con, or New York Comic-Con, and you guys just always kind of using those events as like a springboard, because you're like, look, we got something to say. So it always felt like.
Yeah, it was tough coming up with those things at times. It really was. We would chat a lot of behind the scenes Zoom calls and phone calls and WhatsApp messages, really trying to come up with what can we do next? What we're thinking about our next event. And then when you were to kind of give us a little hint or a little something to play along with, and it just really, really ignited us to continue on. So thank you for that.
Well, ni modo, gente. Me lo perdí, pero ya ni modo.
To have this kind of conversation with the fans where I could either, release an image or just say something and just get this response that I could feel this kind of energy exchange that was really, really, really exciting. Do you have a favorite moment from this experience?
I think my favorite moment so far is getting the opportunity to fly out to your event in Pasadena. The Director's Cut weekend was such a memorable event for me and my sons, and something I will always cherish with me. And one of the other things I was just really, really excited to see, and this is just me, and I don't want to make things heavy, but just the opportunity to see the smile on yours and Debbie's face when it was official. It was just really heartwarming to me. And honestly, I did tear up a little bit. I will admit, I teared up a little bit, but it's just because it was just a lot of work that paid off. And I'm just excited to see that you guys were really, really happy.
Well, I got to admit that we also, when we heard the news, we all got pretty emotional, and it's been an incredible journey. And for us, one of the amazing parts is that we were able to, interact with and be part of this fan community in an amazing way. And it's changed us and made us, really grateful for being able to have this dialogue and also, frankly, feeling the incredible support for the work that I get to experience, when we see these fan-generated events and things.
No sé, se colgó la página de DC Fandome y no pude verlo realmente. Pero ahora estoy aquí con los amigos de la botella de Candor esperando a ver que nos muestre el tráiler, porque el otro se colgó jodidamente.
The amount of money you've raised for suicide prevention is just unbelievable. So again, thank you so much. We really we couldn't thank you enough. So,
Matías,
Dexter,
suelta el
thanks.
WhatsApp ya de Snyder,
Thank
coño.
you so much. It's been our pleasure. We appreciate it. It's cool to interact with the fans and get to talk about this, this journey that we've been on, because it has been something quite amazing. Maybe I should talk for a second about how you guys are going to see the movie and what format we're going to have it in. It's going to be in 4 parts, 1 hour each. So 4 hours of Justice League is coming your way. We're going to work on a way of bundling it together at the end so you can watch it as a single film if that's the way you want to experience it. Also, to all my international fans and everyone watching all over the world, don't worry if you don't have HBO Max, because we're working on a distribution plan. So I promise you're going to get a chance to see it. And if you guys haven't gotten your t-shirt yet, there's still hope. If you go to Into the People, you can get your associate producer shirt. And I want you guys, it all goes to a good cause. So please go grab a shirt if you.
Dijo eso, que lo podemos ver como una película entera.
A little teaser. That's why you're really here.
4 horas o 4 partes.
Season footage for the movie, as I promised.
Y que se va a poder ver a nivel internacional sin HBO.
Why don't we check that out? So here it is.
Y ahora viene el trailer que ya ha visto todo el mundo menos nosotros. Venga.
Exacto.
Prepárame al principio. Venga, va. Venga, Dios. ¡Hala!
And it pleased the Lord.
Madre mía.
But you don't really care for music, do you?
Se ha colgado, señores, increíble, justo ahí. Qué huevada. Les han colgado toditos. Qué macana. No se pudo ver nada. Ay, qué desgracia, che. Bueno, ni modo, gente. 1000 disculpas por hacerles esperar acá. Sin motivo, pero bueno. Volvió.
It goes like this: the 4th, the 5th, the minor fall, the major lift, the baffled king composing hallelujah.
Aquí sí que hay rumor, ¿verdad?
I did my best, it wasn't much. I couldn't feel, so I tried to touch. I've told the truth, I didn't come to fool you. And even though I'll stand before the Lord of Song with
eso era lo que queréis, sí.
but hallelujah.
Joder. Muerte de gira.
Miércoles.
Superman.
Mira, esa rollo viaje en el tiempo, ¿eh? Madre mía. Digo.
Este sigue sin correr bien.
¡Oh, qué negro, tío! ¡Oh, el traje negro!
Hermoso, señores, hermoso. Bello. ¡Qué increíble!
He's never fought us. Not us united.
Madre mía.
Wow. Zack Snyder, man.
O sea, me voy.
Qué increíble, señores. Realmente qué increíble el tráiler. Gracias por estar todos con nosotros acá. Ni modo. Sí, así que 1000 disculpas. Pudimos verlo a medias. Lo voy a subir al canal. Ni bien lo liberen el tráiler. Voy a tratar de subirlo en alta calidad. Gracias por estar con nosotros. Un saludo a Gabo Val, Lucífago, Loyito del Diablo y a todas las personas que se conectaron. Gracias. Hasta la próxima, amigos.